Boo bitches! Welcome to episode 127 of C3 Crystals, Cauldrons, and Cocktails. I'm River,
And I'm Ren.
and today we are going to be talking about luck magic.
Yes,
But
I'm so excited.
me too, me too. We got St. Patrick's Day coming up.
Literally, when this episode comes out, it's like in 2 days.
I know, it's exciting.
Exciting.
And we're drinking something
Yummy.
fun and lucky. Lucky?
And potentially, if you want to make it green, you can make it green.
You could make it green. But this we've called the Luck of the Magic. And it is
hmm
basically coffee with Irish cream and a splash of Bailey's in it. It's yummy.
It's very
Uh,
good. And then if you want to be like extra, like I was, you can get a little bit of like those, chocolate sprinkles and do it on the rim of your
oh
cup.
wow. That
You
is
can
fancy.
tell my brain's not working right now.
I did the
Oh
stuff.
yeah, I
The
did that too.
the
And then
what
like
is it called? Whipped
the
cream.
whipped cream.
Hmm.
Not you. You're doing the like swirlies with your hands like it's
I
it's
know.
whipped
No one
cream.
can
Yeah.
see me. I know.
Anyways, um yeah, it's very good and I feel like it's a little festive. Now you can make it green. You could use green sprinkles, which I didn't. I only had,
Hmm.
the little brown chocolate sprinkles, but you could use like green festive, there's probably sprinkles that are associated with St. Patrick's Day. Like come on, like it's a
Right.
whole holiday
I
that
bet there is
people
actually. I
try to
didn't think of that.
make money on. So
And if you want to just have green beer, you can do that too.
that's true. I cannot have beer. I'm no fun
Hmm.
in that way.
It would mess
Actually,
up your tummy.
I mean, I'm not really a big fan of beer anyway, so I'm not really missing
Oh,
out. I
I like
know
beer.
if my husband had like the gluten problems that I do, he would, I don't think he would be able to function. He wouldn't be a person. Like he loves beer. So,
Hmm.
I mean, it's a good thing. But I mean, we're right now we're doing that thing where we're not eating as many carbs. So he's
Uh-huh.
already like pulled back on the beer, which
The
I'm
beer.
surprised. I'm so because I
Hmm.
like it's French fries and beer for him, and that's all carb. And so I'm
Hmm.
I'm actually really surprised that he's been doing really well
That's awesome. That is awesome.
on our health adventure, I suppose. But enough of that. So let's get into it.
Yes.
So, what is luck? You think about it, and I think we all have an idea of what luck is,
Hmm.
or maybe what luck is to you, because I feel like it's different for every person. I don't
Maybe.
have much luck.
Or
I,
just bad luck.
or bad luck. I sit over here and I'm like, universe, I just need one day. One fucking day where I'm not hit with something back to back to back. And I have yet to have one of those days. I think the
And the
universe is
universe
always
says, ha ha ha
yeah,
ha
exactly. It
ha.
sits back and it chuckles, and maybe something's going my way. And then I'm like, oh, universe, like, I just need this. And they're like, oh, I thought I
Oh,
was
do
giving you a
you?
break. Yeah. And then
Do
they hit me
you
with something.
now?
So, so yeah, what is luck? Luck is a force that brings good fortune or adversary, like adversity, whatever you want to say,
Hmm. Hmm.
I don't know how to, like, the way I view luck is it's a good thing. Like you have good things happen to you because you're a lucky person. Maybe it's raining
Hmm.
outside. You step outside and the rain lights up, or
Yeah. Yeah.
that's just an example, or maybe you win the lottery.
Hmm.
So events or circumstances can operate against or for somebody in the
Hmm.
sense of luck.
Hmm.
And maybe it's favoring people over others. Henceforth, we do have bad luck where I get all the
Hmm.
bad luck. And my husband, he's kind of neutral. I don't know of anybody. I mean, I don't have any friends that really have great luck,
Good luck.
but I
Mm.
know that there are people out there who have the best of luck. And I'm like, I wish I were you. I'm on the opposite spectrum of that.
Yeah. Same.
But it's, luck can be thought of as somebody, it could be success, it could be just chance. You're really good at those
Yeah.
small percentage chance and statistics. So, sadly, not
I,
me.
I think I think that's accurate. I think chance is probably a really good word. It's seen as like this spontaneous thing that's brought about by chance.
hmm
And being witches, do you think we can manipulate the energies or magic to help our
Hmm.
chance
I
or
have yet
luck?
to figure out anything that works for me. And if anything, it always backfires on me. And then I have the worst of luck where
Hmm.
I have like the most terrible day or week or month.
There are luck jar spells and luck spells out there, so there is a way to do it. Um,
Now,
I,
I mean, I
I
do think probably I don't dabble that much in this because I don't want to have a really bad backfire. Because
see. I
luck,
have.
I mean, think about it. If you're lucky in the day that you just get to wake up, you
Hmm.
know, I don't want to even mess with that.
Hmm.
So,
Well, and I have the whole thought of personal gain issues. I don't feel like this power that we've been given to manipulate the energies around us, it's not, I think it's meant for the greater good as opposed
uh,
to,
I
I'm going to
disagree.
win the lottery,
No, I disagree with that because, as a person who grew up being taught that other people are important too, and don't say things that you wouldn't want to be said to you. You
Hmm.
want to be mindful of everybody's feelings and emotions,
Yeah.
and it's maybe a little bit too much to where I put everybody's emotions and feelings above myself always.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
so, growing up, one of my thing, I always say do what you want because
Right.
I've had to unlearn some things just growing up, maybe not necessarily just through my family, but through like life and school and other people I've met and how that has shaped me as a person. So I always say do what you want because you only have your life once. You only get to
That's
live
true.
once. And so I really feel like to me, I've had a lot to battle with this, and luck comes in on this because to me, when you are thinking about something for yourself, there is nothing to feel guilty about. If you want to win the lottery and if you can use magic and manipulate in any way to do that to better your life, I would say go for it because you only
See.
live once and it's only you that you have. Everybody is exactly like this. You only have yourself, no matter if your partner and you are really close, no matter how close you and your mom are, and or whoever you're really close with.
Hmm.
We are born alone and we die alone. And so anything in between, do what you want. Make sure that you are happy in your life and not trying to please others. And so
I
part
think
of
you're
luck,
right.
it is like, and I'm over here saying I have bad luck because I do think maybe in a past life I used all my luck. And now I just
Maybe.
don't have any. I don't know how luck works. But when I'm
Well,
sitting here and I'm thinking about what I would do if I had luck, I would go and buy a lottery ticket.
I wonder if, because I think I was raised like you, where we're taught, and it may be because we're women, that we're taught to put everybody else first.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
so I wonder if we sabotage our own spell casting when it comes to luck because we've been taught so deep-seated
probably.
within ourselves that we don't feel like we deserve
I mean,
that.
probably. I mean, part of me like I never think I deserve anything good. And so
Hmm.
that's a part, but that's also comes with like the imposter syndrome. Like no matter how hard I work, I know I'm a good worker. I know I work really hard and I
Hmm.
go above and beyond to maybe make a situation better or just like meet work goals better or just what I can do to make anything
Hmm.
as best as I can.
Hmm.
And there's always that little voice in the back of my head that's like, like it's not enough. You're a fraud. You
Hmm.
think that you're this, but you're actually like, you don't know anything. Like, how are you even being able to call yourself like having this label and all of that? And so, we do always have that voice in the back of our heads, like maybe you, me, and maybe some other people who are listening.
Hmm.
And so maybe that is something that when we do try to cast spells towards luck or manifestation, it's, I mean, I say
Yeah, they're,
manifestation more because that's what I do.
yeah.
And so maybe there's something in the back of your head where you're not focused as much or you're doubting yourself. And so maybe these things don't come true
And
or happen and maybe it backfires.
And
because of that.
shadow work will help you get through that, which I need to do a lot more shadow work.
Oh, I do too. Who has time
Yeah,
for
for
that?
sure.
Not
I
me.
know, right?
I know we talk about it a lot and I sit down and I try. But then you have topics like luck where you just sit down and you're like it sends you into a spiral because you're like,
I
I
know.
don't have luck. Why don't I have luck? Is it
Do
subconscious?
I not deserve it, or am I
Uh-huh.
self-sabotaging,
Uh-huh.
or
Or am I just not
what?
a lucky person and it's the
Mm-hmm.
rules of the universe, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Like you said, maybe you used it all in a past life.
Which lucky for them, but right now I'm suffering.
Well, let's talk about the history of luck.
Yes, yes.
So, the exact origin of that word is unknown, but the verb lucken or lucken, which means happen by chance or happen fortunately, first appeared in Old English literature sometime around the mid 15th century.
Okay.
And it actually came about in regards to gambling, speaking
I
of
mean,
playing the
that
lottery.
makes sense. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Tyche, which it's Tyche, and there are a lot of different pronunciations. There's Taish, Tyche, Tisha. She is the Greek goddess and personification of good luck, chance, and fortune. I've always
Hmm.
pronounced it Tyche. I don't know how other people pronounce it,
I don't know.
but her Roman name is Fortuna, which that one's a lot easier to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
But she was one of many daughters of the Titans Oceanus and Tethys.
Hmm.
And her rise in popularity showed that the ancient Greeks believed that chance and luck governed their lives. It was around between 323 to 30 BCE,
Mm, okay.
which is before Common Era. I think every
Yeah.
time we're like, what does that mean again? Um, the Greeks believed that every place, city, and state had its own goddess, the Tyche goddess or Fortuna goddess, that was closely connected with the welfare of that particular city. She was a constant force that regulated their lives. People invoked her for help, or they disparaged her depending on what happened. Oh, it rained on me. I just had my hair done and it rained on me. You know, Tyche is spitting on me right now, or whatever.
Yeah.
The gods were even said to have accepted her commands, not just humans, but the gods too.
Mm, okay.
She was usually depicted as a benevolent goddess who caused feelings of well being and happiness in the people who worshiped her.
Oh, so I just need to, make an altar for her and maybe I'll have some luck.
Right? Maybe so.
Maybe that's what I need.
We need a luck
Um,
altar.
that's not a bad idea.
I know, right?
I know, but if I see that's where I draw the line. I'm like, okay, this is a lucky pair of underwear. You know how some people have that, and this is a lucky pair of, you know, it's a lucky coin
I love
or
how you just went straight to underwear.
no, I don't know why I just jumped to that, but that's exactly what anyways, just
Do you have a
disregard.
lucky pair of underwear?
I actually do. It's my nice pair of underwear that I only wear on good days.
I love that.
Like if it's a day where like I only need to like okay, this is a little dirty. I'm like I'm a little you always talk about how clean I am. I'm a dirty little rat. That's what I am. Okay.
You are not. You are super clean.
So sometimes when I don't take a shower during the day, so maybe I'll take a shower at night and then I won't shower that entire day and then I put dry shampoo the next day so I don't need to shower. So basically it's like I've gone maybe 2 days without like a full shower.
We're
I
getting
don't
all kinds of Ren
yeah, I
information
know.
here.
I don't wear quote, I mean they're all good pairs of underwear, but my good pair of underwear I don't wear on the days where I'm dirty. You understand? I only wear
I
it on days where
see.
I'm clean out of the shower.
Fresh, clean
Fresh.
for the
And
happy, good, go lucky
yeah,
underwear.
but I mean, all my underwear is fine and clean. It's just that one's like a special pair. Why? I don't know, because they're all the same. Anyways, enough about my underwear.
Yeah, I don't. How in the hell did we start talking about underwear, for God's sakes? Okay,
Yeah, or you
moving
have,
on.
I was trying to say, I don't even remember what I was talking about. I was trying to say like a lucky coin. Um, but you know how people, okay, now I know where I am. So people are, like, oh, this is my lucky coin. This is my lucky pair of socks, my lucky pair of
Mm-hmm.
underwear, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like whenever I call something my lucky blank, it
Mm-hmm.
turns it not lucky anymore.
Ah, you
Like
jinx it or something.
yeah, exactly. So I don't know if I should even have a luck altar because
Yeah,
that's
I
not
don't know. I
I
need
just don't want
to.
to jinx it. Like if I try to make an altar and maybe somehow, this goddess is on it, she'd look at me and laugh, be like, "Huh, you think
Well,
I'm gonna waste my time on you?"
maybe we need to look more into her. I don't know more
Ah,
details about her.
maybe. But let me tell you a little bit about the Norse mythology legend.
Okay, okay.
So I'm not going to pronounce it correctly, like you know how I never do.
How we
The
both are.
Yes, the Hamanjah,
Hum, Haminja, Haminja.
Hamanjah.
Don't
I'm just
know.
gonna say Hamanjah. I might
That
not be
sounds good.
enunciating in the proper spots, but Hamanjah was a type of female guardian spirit who was believed to accompany a person and decide their luck and happiness.
Oh, so like
Apparently,
a
like a
guardian
guardian.
angel?
I
Yeah.
don't have one of these, apparently. So the word was also used to indicate happiness, and this is what it meant happiness and means happiness in Icelandic, in modern Icelandic.
Oh, wow. Okay.
hmm
Haminja or
hmm
whatever. Okay.
However, and so when a person died, the Hamenja passed to a beloved family member and thus accompanied a family member for several generations. So continuing their, influence on their fortunes, their luck, or whatever outcomes.
Huh.
Now, my
I've never
question
heard of
is,
that before.
when you have a Hamenja, is it one? Or are they the same guardian over an entire family? Because I understand how this legend is passed on when people were like, it was old times. Not many
Mm-hmm.
people lived because of sickness and all of
Mm-hmm.
that. So you needed something like luck to hold on
Mm-hmm.
to. And so when a person would pass and then their Hamanjah would go to their child, their only child, that would make
Mm-hmm.
sense. But what if somebody had more than one
More
child?
than one. I don't
Then
know.
does only one child get the Hamanjah and the others
Or
don't? Or
does every person have one?
yeah, I don't know. I couldn't
I
find
don't know
anything
either.
really too much
Okay.
on that.
Okay.
But it is said that a Hamanjah is passed down generation to generation. And
Okay.
so it was even possible to lend one's Hamanjah to a friend if they needed it.
Oh, how
Which,
interesting.
I mean, I don't know if this is just greedy of me to say, but you're not having my Hamanjah. That's mine. I can't risk having no luck or maybe bad luck while my guardian is like supervising
That
someone else. Like I need to be
reminds
supervised
me,
the entire time.
do you remember that supernatural episode with the quote, lucky rabbit's foot
Oh,
that
yes.
with where Dean was like, I mean, the most horrible things happen to him after, I think if you lose it, horrible
Yes, it
things
was like
happen.
some
But while you
if you
have
lose
it,
it, then everything's great. But I'm telling you, if you guys have seen that episode when Dean had lost the rabbit's foot, that is how my life is all the time. It's like the most weird like things that happen that are so like like I don't know, it's
so
such a strange occurrence to have bad luck on, and
I
yet
have a
that's
theory.
how my life is.
When you were a kid, you loaned it out and you forgot to get it back.
See, no, absolutely not.
No.
I don't even think I would have done that as a kid. I think I would have known what I was doing, hopefully. But it usually appears during sleep in an
Okay.
animal form, and
Oh,
it can also be the spirit of a sleeping person who appears in the form of an animal. It would
well, that's interesting.
it's like it can also appear to be the spirit of a sleeping person who appears in the form of an animal.
Of an animal.
Mhm.
Interesting.
And so, there are two concepts like that refers to the Hamanjah. So there's
Mm-hmm.
personification of the good luck or fortune of the individual or family. So kind of maybe answers my question, but not really. So like
Mm-hmm.
one Hamanjah per family, but when you have families combined, does that mean you have two Hamanjahs? And then what if they
Mm-hmm.
don't get along? Then does that create bad luck and generational
Oh,
bad luck or something? Um,
interesting.
but they're also known to be able to alter their appearance and be shapeshifters.
Oh, fascinating. We should do a episode on this Jaw thing. That sounds
Yes.
interesting.
See, I only did like minimal, but there wasn't much that I could find without digging too deep. And then if I were to go
Well,
down that rabbit hole, then
yeah,
this whole episode would be about Hamajas, so I couldn't do that.
right. Yeah, well, we will put that on the docket.
Put a pin in
Okay,
it.
put a pin in it.
Hmm.
Uh, St. Patrick. We are coming up on
Yes,
St.
yes.
Patrick's Day. And this was interesting. I had kind of heard this before, but it never really sank in. So St. Patrick is credited for driving the snakes out of Ireland. But
Yes.
did you know that the snakes were the term that was used for pagans? Yes, we're not talking
Oh,
about actual snakes because I
I
always,
didn't
as a
know
little
that.
kid, I was like, what did the snakes do? Did they go and swim away to another island or but no, it was metaphorical.
No, but you know
And
that Ireland doesn't have snakes anyways.
I don't know if they do or
No,
not.
they don't. Like, there's no like physical slithering snake. There's
Interesting.
no snakes in Ireland.
But apparently that was a metaphorical term for pagans. And
Hmm.
so
No,
actually
because I
some
mean, I've heard of both. Like, well, not both. I haven't heard the pagan thing, but I heard that they literally, like, there's no snakes in Ireland.
interesting. But even some modern pagans refuse to observe St. Patrick's Day because it's a day that honors the
Maybe
elimination
that's why I
of
have
their
a
religion.
distaste for St. Patrick's Day.
I don't know.
Because I was talking to my husband. Now, don't get me wrong. I like a good, holiday, but I'm not big on Valentine's Day. I'm not big on like St. Patrick's Day. I'm not big on all the things.
I like St.
Um,
Patrick's Day.
but I've never been too fond of St. Patrick's Day. My husband was like he was talking, he was like, yeah, this weekend, St. Patrick's Day, we have a family member, his birthday is actually on St. Patrick's Day, and so
Oh,
we're gonna
wow.
go see family this weekend. And I was like, oh, St. Patrick's Day. And my husband was like, why do you not like St. Patrick's Day? And I was like, I don't know. I've never really nothing bad ever happened to me because of St.
Now you
Patrick's Day,
know.
but it's probably because I have some uh maybe a Hamaja
Pagan
looking over
history.
me saying,
Yeah.
no, no, no.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's fascinating.
Interesting.
So,
Mhm.
these modern pagans sometimes wear the snake symbol on St. Patrick's Day as, their show of support for pagans.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Hmm.
isn't that fascinating? And then luck became associated with St. Patrick simply due to him being Irish, the whole luck of the Irish
Luck
thing.
of the Irish. Yeah.
And let me explain how the luck of the Irish came to be.
Yes, please.
So during the gold and silver rush years in the second half of the 19th century here in the United States, a number of the most famous and successful miners were of Irish and Irish American birth. So over time, this association of the Irish with mining fortunes led to the expression luck of the Irish.
Oh,
And then, of course, back then it carried that little tone of derision because it was kind of like, oh, it's those Irish,
I
because
see. Hmm.
prejudice and that kind of thing.
Hmm.
But, it's a thing. Irish are considered lucky, and a lot of it was because they made great fortunes during mining in the 19th century.
That makes sense. That really
Hmm.
does. I
Hmm.
I've never heard of it in that way. I think I've just heard like, the normal stories growing up as a kid, like, oh, luck of
Hmm.
the Irish, etc.
Hmm.
But nothing of
Hmm.
like mining, nothing like
Where it
that.
came from.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
exactly.
Yep.
So some symbols that are associated with luck. I thought this was really fun. We all know these, I feel.
Hmm.
So like you said earlier, the rabbit's foot is one that
Hmm.
is very associated with luck. So it is unusual. It is an
Yes.
unusual lucky charm. A rabbit's foot. See, who thought about that? You know,
I
I mean,
know.
I guess I
What in the
understand.
world
So you probably in the past, you killed hares and rabbits for food.
to eat?
And then you use their clothing, like their clothing. Wow. Their fur as clothing or bags or whatever you needed. And so, but like what was it about a rabbit's foot that somebody was like, "Yep, I'm gonna keep this and this is gonna be my lucky charm." And then just somehow it became this
Yeah,
big
I don't know. I
thing.
mean, it may be like you're saying that, eating a rabbit was like life and death back then. So,
So maybe it
you
was
know,
lucky that you caught it. So you wanted to keep
yeah,
a memento.
maybe.
So the Celts, yes,
Hmm.
I I don't know. The
Yeah.
because you have the Celts and then you have the football team. No, I'm messing this up already. The basketball team that are the
Basketball
Celtics,
team. Yes, the Celtics. No, I
but
think
it's
it's always
spelled like Celtic.
the hard
Anyways,
C. Anyway,
okay.
Celt.
So they regard the rabbit's foot as lucky because, or due to their general belief of rabbits being associated with luck. So it has to deal with
Okay.
the rabbit itself being lucky. And
Okay.
because rabbits usually reside underground, they are believed to be in constant contact with gods and spirits of the underworld
Oh.
and are therefore considered to have a protective power.
Oh, fascinating.
But why would it be a rabbit's foot and not like a rabbit's ear?
I
Or,
know, right?
I
Yeah, good
mean,
question.
maybe it has to do with something like the ear is cartilage, so maybe it becomes too hard, and the rabbit's foot, like you have the bone, and so like there's
I
bone in
don't
there,
know.
and maybe it like the bone calcifies, and then the fur just makes it nice and soft. I don't know. I really don't
I
know.
don't know either. Hmm.
And then another symbol is the four-leaf clover, which is
Oh, yeah.
very, very lucky. I've never found one. If,
Really? Oh,
yeah, I've
gosh.
never found one. Maybe that
I
has to deal with my luckiness.
I grew up in Virginia and there were clover fields everywhere. And we would go and just lay out there in the sun underneath the clouds and search for four-leaf clovers, and you'd
hmm
find them.
I've looked like we have some like when I take my dog out. So we have some patches of clovers and I'll try to look. I'm like, I'm gonna find one. I've never found one.
How fascinating. Oh,
But
wow.
like I said, the fourth whole four-leaf clover is the most prominent lucky item associated with St. Patrick's Day
Hmm.
specifically. So believed to be a Celtic charm. Celtic? Yes.
Hmm. Hmm.
Four-leaf clovers were used for magical protection from evil spirits and to repel bad luck. The leaves, which is kind of hypocritical since it's, a charm more associated with St. Patrick's Day, and yet it was used for magical protection and
Right? Yeah. Good
to
question.
repel
I
bad
mean,
evil
good
spirits.
point. Yeah.
Yeah. So the leaves of the clover stands for faith, hope, luck, and love.
Oh,
So
neat.
whoever comes across a four-leaf clover is granted good luck and is protected against any bad luck. So now I definitely need to go find one.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
I know I'm making the joke a lot, but I cannot tell you guys how bad my luck is. Like, it's
Mm.
so bad. So the next symbol is the laughing Buddha, which I love
You
Buddhas.
love the
I love
Buddhas.
the Buddhas because part of Buddhism and Judaism and I don't know. I like to collect a lot of views and make them my own. And so I have a
Hmm.
lot of views about reincarnation that
Hmm.
I closely associate with my belief. And I can never really say I believe in exactly what that is, but when I talk about reincarnation and all of that, it is associated with this. And so I do have Buddhas. They mean the world to me.
That's
And
neat.
I have one big one in the middle, decently big. He maybe can fit in two palms, and he's green. And I rub his belly most of the time for some
Is
luck.
he jadeite?
I actually don't know what crystal or stone he is. He is a
Oh,
stone. It is a stone. I
okay.
don't know what it is.
I
It
bet he's
doesn't look
jade
quite,
of some
it
kind.
doesn't quite look like a multicolored jade.
Hmm.
It's a very solid. I'm thinking he's probably made of glass or something like a colored
Oh,
glass.
that could be. That could be.
But the Laughing Buddha is a Chinese luck deity. And if you have a statue of him, rub his tummy and he's supposed to bring good luck.
Oh, interesting. I
And
had heard
that's
that
always
one.
been the thing. And then I mean, you also hear about like rubbing bald men's heads. So what is it about like humans? that want to rub shiny
Other
round
people,
things.
body parts.
Yeah.
I don't know, like
Um,
pregnant bellies. People
yeah.
always want to rub a
No, but
pregnant
like you've never
belly.
heard if you rub a bald man's head, it'll bring you luck.
No,
Yeah,
I've never
that's a
heard
thing
that.
too. Yeah, that's a thing
No.
too.
Oh my
Um,
Lord.
and then off of the weird conversation we're having right now, acorns in Norway are said to bring luck as well, because that's associated with Norse mythology due to the Vikings.
Okay.
And so, since lightning, which was associated with Thor, was drawn to oak trees, the Norse believed that he favored acorns, which grew on those trees.
Those
They would
trees. Yeah.
place the acorns in their windowsills as good luck against lightning. Which, if the lightning is striking the acorn tree, I would not want acorns anywhere near my
Right?
house.
You know how these people come up with these thoughts
I
is
mean,
sometimes
you
not
have
logical.
you have to understand the way of living back then, and
Mm-hmm.
they didn't know lightning, what caused lightning and all of that. So you have to understand, like, okay, Thor is striking these oak trees because he favored
He
acorns.
favors them
So maybe if I keep an acorn, he'll favor me. And he just,
and
but
strike
still,
my house. I know that makes
it
no
doesn't,
sense.
it doesn't
Well,
connect.
I the horseshoe is also something that's considered lucky. It's believed that the horseshoe has the power to ward off the devil due to a 10th century
Hmm.
legend regarding Saint Dunstan. Saint Dunstan was given a request to shoe the devil's horse, but instead, Dunstan nailed the horseshoe to the devil's foot and agreed to remove it only if the devil promised to never enter a household where a horseshoe was on the door. So people have horseshoes over their doors to prevent the devil from coming
Hmm.
in.
Hmm. But it
And
has to be upside down.
yeah, I couldn't find because I've heard if it's right side up, it holds the luck. If you have it upside down, the luck falls
Oh,
out.
that's what I was
So
talking about. It has to be like this. I
yeah,
know I'm saying this, and we're both holding up our
we're
hands in the
both
camera.
we're
But
yes,
it has to be U, like the U
a
open
U
at the
shape
top, not
instead
an
of the
N.
N.
Yeah.
Yes. And so because of that legend, horseshoes have become to symbolize luck and security
Okay.
from evil.
Yeah, I had heard about the horseshoe thing, but I didn't know why. So that's
Mm-hmm.
pretty
Mm-hmm.
cool.
That is cool.
Hmm. And then now that we've told you all about our personal problems and
And our
what luck
lucky
is
underwear.
and all of that, yes, thank you. Um, let's talk about luck rituals and what is associated with luck in witchcraft
Mm-hmm.
a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, some of these rituals you may not know that you've been doing witchcraft this entire time.
Mm-hmm.
But blowing or making a wish before blowing out a birthday cake or your candles is
Mm-hmm.
part of a
Mm-hmm.
luck ritual. Blowing on a dandelion while making a wish.
Oh yeah.
I do that all
Yeah.
the time. I still do
Yeah,
that.
me too. Me too.
Finding a four-leaf clover. Never done that.
That's never happened for you.
Wishing on a shooting star.
Okay. I've
Wishing
done that
on,
before.
wishing on a rainbow. I've never
Hmm.
wished on a rainbow before.
No, but I've always wanted to find the end of the rainbow where the
Hmm.
pot of gold is.
Exactly. And then keeping a specific statue or charm on your desk is also associated with like luck rituals. I feel like that kind of ties in with the lucky objects that I was talking about.
That's true. That's true. I mean, hanging a dream catcher over your bed.
Oh, I did that growing up.
Mm-hmm.
My entire childhood, it's still hanging in my room. It's by my
Really?
crystals. My bus driver, since I grew up in Georgia, my bus
Mm-hmm.
driver was a part of, or her, I don't really remember quite as much. I was very young. She was Native, Native
Hmm.
American,
Okay.
or at least her lineage was. And so she had
Okay.
grown up with all of these stories and what's the word I'm looking for? Like generational knowledge, I guess, on her
Okay.
history.
Okay.
And she
Okay.
had made every single one of us on the bus a handmade dream catcher.
Oh.
And I know a lot of the kids probably didn't really care. They probably like mom, threw it away, whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe didn't even show their parents.
And you still have yours?
But to me, she was a person that, I don't know, as a young kid on a bus, like I really loved the bus drivers that I had. Like a lot of my bus drivers, I would sit at the front and try to have conversations with them. And I
You're
just
a
thought they
weird
were,
kid.
yeah, I just thought they were really cool people. And I mean, obviously, I had some of those bus drivers that really I did not like at all. Um, but she was one of the people that I really enjoyed. And I think she really thought she got a kick out of me, young Rin. Could you
I
imagine?
love that.
But I still have it, and it is by my crystals. I have a little shelf and it hangs on my shelf. I still have it, but ever since I got it, I have always slept with it above my bed.
That is so cool.
And funny story, the one time I took it off of the wall was I was rearranging my room and I had left it on one wall and I had moved my bed on the other. I had
Hmm.
never really had terrible dreams, and the one night I didn't have it under my or above my head, I wasn't under it. I had awful dreams.
I've had awful dreams lately. I wonder if maybe I need a dream catcher.
Maybe. But I
You
do
know,
love a dream catcher. I'm sorry to
that's okay. But another thing I did growing up, we had the wishbone after eating the turkey at
Oh
Thanksgiving,
yeah.
and you
Yeah.
split the wishbone, and whoever gets the largest piece, their wish comes true. That's
You
a
know,
luck
you know
ritual.
what's funny? My husband, he wanted to do that with like split the
Yeah.
bone, the wishbone, but nobody wanted to do it because they didn't want to have bad luck if they got
Hmm.
the short end. So he did it. He opened it himself. So I guess it like canceled out. Like
So,
he wasn't
yeah, he
lucky
has good
nor
luck and bad luck.
yeah.
I don't think it means that you have bad luck if you get the smaller piece. You just get
A wish, yeah.
your wish if you get the bigger piece.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the throwing salt over your shoulder,
Hmm.
that's a thing. Avoiding walking under a ladder.
See, all of these are
That's
is like common
to,
knowledge basically.
yeah, to avoid bad luck. Just like opening an umbrella
Yeah.
inside
Yeah.
is supposed to avoid bad luck.
See, these are all things that we do, or we all did as kids, and we still do. Like, you don't
Yeah,
open an
yeah,
umbrella inside, it brings
right,
bad luck. Now,
right.
where did that come from? I don't know.
I don't
Who
know
who
either.
said if you open an umbrella, it brings bad luck? It has to be one of those things where like parents lie to you,
I
where it's
mean,
like, I
I
don't
don't
want you to
remember
open
my
the umbrella
parents
in my
telling me
house.
that.
I know, but my parents told me that it was illegal to turn the light on in the car at night.
Is it?
No. I remember vividly my dad saying that just because he didn't want me to turn on the light. So he was like, if you turn on the light, it's illegal. I'm going to get pulled over all because of you. And so I never turn on the lights. Yeah.
Interesting. I never thought about that before,
So
but
it
I
has to, like,
suppose
some things have to be like that, like not opening an umbrella indoors. It has to be of something like, I don't want you to open a wet
somebody told
umbrella,
us.
like bring a wet
Oh,
umbrella into my house. So,
that
and
might
then it
be.
might have gone from there.
Yeah, yeah.
So, okay. So, some crystals that are associated with luck are jade, green jade, and they are known for wealth and business abundance,
Okay,
specifically business. Red jade, and it is used for creative success.
okay.
Tiger's eye is used for being open to opportunity. So if you need to open up to something, maybe you have like ringing in your ears and they're trying to, like your guardians are trying to tell you something, you don't know what it is, pop some tiger's eye next to you and maybe
That's
try
what
to
I
stay
need
a
to
little
do.
bit more open.
Okay,
Citrine. Citrine is good for good vibrations.
okay,
Green aventurine for financial stability.
okay,
Clear quartz for amplifying dreams.
okay,
Smoky quartz for bringing positive energy. Carnelian for warrior strength in achieving your dreams.
okay.
Garnet for wealth of self, which I like
Hmm.
saying that, wealth of self.
Wealth of
Um,
self.
Malachite for transformation and full potential. Peridot for financial fortune. And rose quartz for luck and love.
Oh, interesting.
And I'm really
Yeah,
proud
I've
of
heard
myself. I pronounced all of those correctly.
I've heard of the rose quartz being used for love.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then there's
I think that's like common knowledge of like what rose quartz is used
is
for,
for
but you can use it for so much more than just
hmm
love. I mean, that's a good thing that it's associated with, but
hmm
yeah.
And then there are herbs too that are associated with luck. You've got rosemary, lavender, basil, mint, oregano, spearmint, chamomile, patchouli, and thyme are all herbs associated with luck. So if you're going to make a
Hmm.
little spell jar with for luck, you want to use some of the stones that Ren talked about and some of the herbs that I'm talking about.
Hmm. Hmm.
Then there are some superstitions about good luck, which
Oh yeah.
was really
Which,
fun to look at.
yes.
So in Brazil, they say a porcelain elephant will bring you good luck, and a pot of rock salt in the corner of your house or hotel room or whatever it is will keep bad luck at bay.
Okay, so I need some rock salt and I need a porcelain elephant.
Yes. And I love elements. Elements. I love elements.
Elements.
I love elements too, but I love elephants. And did you know in Italy, when a man sees what he perceives as bad luck, such as seeing a black cat or whatever, he
Hmm.
has to touch his private parts to cancel the imminent bad luck.
I'm sorry.
So in Italy, do they go around grabbing their crotches all the time?
I don't know.
I don't know. That may not even be true, but I it was
Just a deep
it was
sigh.
out there. Yeah. The Portuguese say that the best good luck charm is the rooster of Barcelos or
Hmm.
Barcelos, I think,
Hmm.
which is also a symbol of faith and justice. According to this legend, the rooster was instrumental in proving the innocence of a pilgrim who had been sentenced to death by hanging after being accused of stealing silver. So, according to this tale, a landowner in Barcelos had stolen silver, and the inhabitants of the city were looking for that thief. A man from Galicia or Galicia,
Uh-huh.
he became a suspect despite saying, I didn't do it, I didn't do it. And the authorities arrested him and condemned him to hang. And the man said, take me in front of the judge who condemned me. So the authorities were like, well, he's going to die. So we'll go ahead and let him talk to the judge. So they took him to the house of the magistrate who was holding a banquet. And he was saying, oh, I'm innocent, I'm innocent. And he pointed to this roasted rooster on top of the banquet table. And he said, it's certain, as certain that I am innocent as that rooster will crow when they hang me. And the judge is like, yeah, whatever.
Oh,
So they went and took him to be hanged, and the roasted rooster stood up on the table and crowed just as
oh
predicted.
wow.
And so the judge is like, holy shit, I'm wrong. And so he goes running to the gallows to try to save the guy, only to discover that he had actually been saved already due to a poorly made knot.
What
And
are the
then
odds? Oh my
I know.
gosh.
And then the judge was like, you can go free. Isn't that
Wow.
bizarre?
Wow, all
So
because
that's
of a
in
rooster.
Portuguese, that rooster is very, very a lucky item. And then a pagan explanation for why we cross our fingers, where we say, "Oh, good luck," and you
Oh
cross your
yeah.
fingers.
Or like what about like if you make a promise but no crosses count
hmm
type of thing? Is that like associated with this or no?
Maybe it says that it might stem from the belief that spirits are found at crossings. We talked
Oh.
about crossroads before. So
Mm-hmm.
therefore, by simulating a crossing with your fingers, you could summon a good spirit to help make a wish come true.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
then in both France and Spain, accidentally stepping in dog poop is said to bring good luck.
Ugh, no.
No,
That's not
no.
good luck. I heard that Vikings believe cats were associated with the goddess of luck, Freya. And
hmm
so that was the most popular pet and given as a wedding gift within the
Oh,
community.
wow.
I think we've talked about this.
I think we
Yeah,
have.
because with evidence showing that men favored women who loved cats as well, which I think is funny. It's very funny.
That is
The
funny.
belief they would have the most like happy and like abundant marriage.
Oh, how
if you were
funny.
given a cat and all of that in their
I
history.
want a
I
cat.
think we've talked
Maybe
about this.
can we get a cat if we renew our vows?
Oh gosh.
Maybe.
And then consider yourself lucky if a bird poops on you in Russia. They
Ooh,
believe that it is a good sign, like it's a sign of good luck, which for me and my husband's culture, they say that too. Where if
really?
like consider it good luck if a bird is pooped on your car or like if there's bird
So
poop, then it's good luck.
statues must be really lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. There has to be rules to it because if, let's say, okay, your car gets pooped on out of all of the cars in the parking lot, then what are the
Mm-hmm.
odds of that? So like go buy a lottery ticket because there's like odds are in your favor apparently.
Okay.
But if it's like a statue where they perch, I don't know if that really counts.
May the odds ever be ever in your favor.
That's a good movie. I
That
want to
is
watch
such
those
a, I
again.
haven't watched that in forever.
I actually watched it not too long ago.
Oh,
I was
there's a new one.
embroidering and yes, I
There,
know.
I haven't watched it yet. Have
I'm not
you?
a fan of that actor.
But it's a prequel.
Yeah, it's just the actor is a bit um
That's like,
snooty.
for some reason, I don't like Christian Bale, and everybody's like, "Oh, I love him," and I'm just like, I can't.
I'm
I
impartial.
don't know why.
I don't
I
know.
just
Actors,
don't
I'm not
know.
very fond of actors. They're just other people. I'm not gonna go,
Yeah,
oh gosh, it's this. But this one actor, she's not very the best person. And
I don't even
so
know who acts in the
I,
new.
I don't know her name, but I
Oh,
know her face and I know that she's like entitled basically, and
oh,
I don't really
mm,
want to I don't want to watch it. I will
hmm.
watch it, but just
I will too. I can't wait
yeah.
to watch it. Right now, it's like rent for $20, and I'm like,
Oh yeah.
no,
Hmm.
no, no.
Isn't it in theaters? Anyways, let's continue.
Anyway, moving on. So in Denmark, it's considered good luck to save all the broken dishes throughout the year, and then you throw them at your friends' homes on New Year's Eve. And the more broken pieces there are, the better year you're going to have.
Oh, see, you just triggered a memory. So in my husband's culture, if let's say you knock over a wine glass or just any type of glass, if it breaks, that's
Hmm.
good luck.
Really, because I do
Hmm.
that all the time. I should be slam full of good luck. And somehow I'm not. Did you know that what popularly known as coolers, people believed that to have bad luck, so they these people called coolers, Coolers, were hired by casinos to
Hmm.
help break winning streaks. So they would hire people. You see,
Oh,
you could go get a job in a casino to help break the good luck.
I should.
All they had to do,
No,
all
but
these
it would be
coolers
my
had to
luck.
do,
It would be my luck to have them keep winning and me go, I don't know what's going on. I promise I'm not doing it. And it would be
and
my
they're
luck.
like,
I
"You're
would be fired.
fired."
Exactly. I don't know
But
what's going on.
all these coolers had to do was sit at tables where people were winning, and it was thought that this cooler would spread their bad luck. Isn't
That
that
does sound
funny?
like a really good job for me.
And then Lucky Charms, the cereal, it was
Uh-huh.
founded in 1964 by General Mills. And even though that cereal and all of that were loved by many, some parents forbade them that because they're of their name,
Mm.
the Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
So Katy Perry, the American singer,
Hmm.
she says her mother discouraged her from eating Lucky Charms because it reminded her of the devil. Right?
Wow. Okay.
Right?
Interesting. Does she eat them
Crazy.
now that she's out of the house and all of
Probably. She
that?
probably eats them all the time now
They're
that
not
she's
even good. Like I love the marshmallows and the
the
Lucky Charms, but
marshmallows.
like the
Mm,
cereal itself is not very good. I'm like a Cocoa Krispies type of gal because they're gluten free.
mm. I
So,
like super sugar smacks. Sugar smacks? Sugar crisps? I don't know. They taste like honey. I like them.
oh, those are good. Honey Nut Cheerios.
No.
Oh, I do like a good Honey Nut Cheerio. Anyways,
Off
So,
topic again.
some spell jars that you could use to manifest good luck in your home. Like I know you
Hmm.
do spell
I
jars.
love spell
So
jars.
I
Yeah.
found a couple that I think would be good too. If you're not trying to cast full spells and you're just not like maybe you're not in the mindset to sit down and have a whole shebang, maybe doing a light spell jar can help.
Jar spells work for
Spell
me.
jar, jar spell, jar,
Spell jars.
spell
Did I
jar,
did I say it backwards?
spar.
You
Wow.
know, I was
Anyways.
trying to say Philly cheesesteak earlier today, and I said chili feast steak, and my husband looked at me and he's like, "What?" I'm like,
Okay.
just move on. It's
Just never
okay."
mind. But you can gather bay leaves, white rice, and a
Mm-hmm.
short piece of rope. It doesn't have to be like, it could be maybe an old shoelace that you haven't used,
Oh,
or
okay.
maybe like a piece of string or twine or
Or
a
yarn.
ribbon or yarn. It could be anything like
Okay.
that. A pinch of sea salt, a green candle, which can be associated with luck, but if you only have a white, white can be used as universal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Good luck crystals such as citrine, what I talked about, amethyst,
Mm-hmm.
I think can be one, jade,
Mm-hmm.
whatever, and a mason jar or a little jar. I like the jars from Hobby
We love
Lobby.
witches love
I love the
jars.
little jars, especially when Hobby Lobby is having a sale on jars,
Oh
then I just
God,
buy
I
all of them.
love all
I
their
know we don't
jars.
condone Hobby Lobby,
No, but they have
but they
some
have the
good
good
things.
deals on jars and I'm
Mm-hmm.
broke, so I need a good deal
Mm-hmm.
on some jars. And so then you're going to take all of the contents, fill and decorate your jar with the rest of whatever you want. So, like, you
Mm-hmm.
can maybe use the candle to draw some sigils on the jar and all of
Mm-hmm.
that. And, um, you know, while thinking about the area of your life that needs a little bit of that extra luck and fortune,
Okay.
then you're going to take your candle. You're going to use a lighter to carefully melt the green candle over the closed lid of your jar. And there's a little bit more steps into this, and I want you guys to personalize all of this as
Right.
well.
For sure. For
So take
sure.
all of your pieces, sit down, and really have that intent and focus while you're putting the ingredients into your jar. And then
Mm-hmm.
as you seal it, maybe have an incantation, maybe have something. And then while you're physically sealing it with the candle wax,
Mm-hmm.
um, maybe say something or have that intent really in your head.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're gonna seal the jar with the wax and then place the jar by your bed or in a closet or wardrobe. Then you're going to
Okay.
make sure to cleanse and charge your crystals before you put them into the jar. I'm all over the place with this. Put them into the jar, but you can also cleanse your jar itself. So
Yes.
every single time it needs to be recharged, maybe lay it out in the moon, run it under tap water, under whatever it may be, cleanse it with sage or incense, whatever.
Yes. I had
Um,
asked that question once about do we have to recharge our jar spells? And
mhm,
one of our listeners said, yes, yes, you do. So
mhm.
thank you
Yes,
for
yes.
letting us know that. Mm-hmm.
It feels right too, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, it makes sense.
but
And
anyways,
then
that's all I have on the jar spells.
you can use luck sigils.
Hmm.
You can create sigils. I think we did an episode on how to create sigils,
Yes, yes, we
and you
did.
can you can wear them, you can make jewelry with them, you can inscribe them onto candles, you can put them in food like, pie shells. So I think we've talked about that too.
Hmm.
So, and Ren's cat is coming to visit us. She is right in front of the computer screen.
She's just a baby.
But that's all I think we've got on luck.
Yes,
So
yes, it
go
is.
forth and enjoy St. Patrick's Day and get
Yes.
lucky. Oh,
Go
get
be
lucky.
lucky. No, no, no,
That
no.
was not what I meant.
Go be lucky.
You could get
But
lucky. Hey.
whatever floats your boat. So, if you liked what you heard, which hopefully you did with all the tangents that we had,
I
you
know we
can
went
go
off.
to www.c3witchypodcast.com. There you'll find links to all of our social medias, links to our subscription pages, our newsletter, our information about our episodes. We have information about our weekly episodes as well as our After Dark series that you can get
Yes.
on our subscription websites. Um, I mean, go follow us on YouTube. We're trying to grow our YouTube
Yeah,
just a little
that's what we're
bit.
working on. Yep.
So please just go maybe follow, leave reviews, anything really helps. Email us. We would love to hear you guys.
Yes.
Our merch, I have not been talking about our merch lately,
Oh
but we do
yeah.
have merch for
It's
the
about
holidays that are coming out.
yeah. It once Ostara passes and we get into summer, we'll do a
Another
new
one.
set. So this is limited time. So go ahead and look
Buy
at the
now.
merch we've got out now
Yep.
because it's going to go away and it won't come back.
hmm So that's it. That's all we have.
Yes, thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
We'll be back.
We'll be back.
And until then, stay witchy.
Woo.